Hello, welcome to SCOPE's Staff Training and Tracking Solutions. My name is Dilip, and I'm recording using the beta version. So I'm just going to introduce you to what this software can do for you. Thank you to Misal and his team of developers who have developed this, and they've given me an account here to do a walkthrough of the system. So I'm just going to log in. So initially what happens is a admin account is given to a representative in the company. It could be the training and learning manager, it could be the professional development manager, or the manager who has to oversee staff training. A default password is generated. You can get the default password from them or from your admin person if you don't get the email. The way this works is the admin person basically goes and uploads the training material. The training material can be uploaded as a zip file in HTML format. So the educational instructional designers who create the educational material in a web format, they can provide a zip file to the company. The company admin person can upload the file. Very simple. Choose a file, upload it, and it gives you a link. It creates a link. I'll show it to you in a moment. Yeah, there it is. I've just created a company called YGR, Staff Training and Induction. And there are some modules you can have. You can have several modules. It doesn't matter. It takes about 20 MB, and 20 MB is huge. And if you want to upload bigger file sizes, just speak to the guys at Scope. What the admin person does is then goes and adds an employee. So you can go and manage your employees. If you want to delete an existing employee, you can add an employee. So let me just go and add, let's say, I'm just going to go with Chris Lynn. Fantastic 60 hit recently. So I've created an email address. I can have active and inactive statuses. And when I submit, an employee is created. That's it. I add my course, I add an employee. Now, I can set up many quizzes. I can even have categories, and in each quiz I can have a category. Very simple forms, very easy to make. So you can see if I go to manage quiz, I have got 7 questions, you see. If I can add a question here, I can have a true or false question. Should staff change light bulbs? Or should staff, well, let me make it a bit more complicated, but it's very definitive false. Fix electrical switches in the workplace. And there I go, true. False. These two options get filled up the moment I put a true false option. And the option is should staff, I'll make it more, I'll make it a statement, true or false, staff are allowed to fix electrical switches in the workplace. And the answer would be false, option 2, submit. So that has got added to my question bank. So if I just go to, you can see that's become true or false, that's got added to my question bank here. Yep. So I've got a question bank, I've got my material, add my employees, end of story. Yeah. Here, I can go to my profile, change my password. Now instead of my name, I've actually put the company name. Because when the staff logs in, and if the staff has got several divisions or several agencies that use the same staff member, then when the staff member logs in, he or she can choose what agency they want to log in under. It's a very simple process. So I'm going to sign out of here and sign in as an employee. I'm going to go back to the login screen. Scope is still developing the home page. So if I go chris.lin and I go with my default password. So I didn't have to go and check an email. I can. It does send an email, but obviously there is no such email. So you can use a default password, and that's the best thing to do, no missing emails, nothing. And the moment you log in with the first time, you go and change your password. You give your current password, create a new password. And for an employee, it's pretty simple. Now you can see under Chrislin it says YGR staff training, because this email address yeah, has been added by YGR staff training. If Chris Lin appears under 5 or 6 agencies or companies when he or she logs in, it will ask the person to choose which agency do you want to go in under. Anyway, the employee has basically two simple things: go through the material, browse through the materials. Materials in HTML5 format can contain video, images, PDFs. You can have jQuery. You can have the whole plethora of bells and whistles. You can have a contact form which contacts the admin person. Hey, this isn't working. I saw a mistake. Blah blah blah, and a lot of things that you can do. Finally, you can go to quiz, and this will take you back to the quiz. Okay, or pretty simple. Here you have material and you have quiz. That's it. There's nothing else. You can see any quizzes you have attempted before. You can view the quiz, and you can filter the quizzes by category. Suppose you're in a very large company that has got 4 or 5 training programs and got the different categories and quizzes under different categories. You can attempt a quiz. You can see there's a glitch in the engine which needs to be fixed. It is repeating options. So you can see the options are being repeated. That's an engine glitch. It will be fixed after this or in the next release. Now if I submit this and if I've got enough questions right, I think I set it at 80%. It says success. Click here to download your certificate. Now this certificate can be viewed by the admin person, and the admin person knows which staff member has attempted a quiz, which staff member has passed it. That's it. I can download it by pressing this button. It's a PDF file. It says Chris Lin has satisfactorily completed health and safety. Now if you want to change this, like you want a logo here, and that's also in the process. In the admin there was a section for logo, and that logo was meant to come here. But if you want any other features, I mean, just speak to the guys at SXOPE and they'll happily incorporate features for you. But the best thing is, if you want this entire system completely customized and hooked onto your own intranet, the guys at SXOPE are willing to do that, and they'll happily do that for you for a price. If I go here, I wanted to show you, so you can upload a logo, and the whole idea of that was that it will come on the certificate. It's not working on the beta yet. But if you go to the employee, for example, and say manage employee, you will see under quiz, manage quiz, attendees 4. So 4 people have attempted this quiz and 3 people have passed. Oh yeah, Chris Lin attempted this twice because I had created an account and then I deleted it, but the record still holds that. And there's a test Sheila that had passed this. And the admin person can basically just go and view the certificate. And that goes into the records of the company. So in these 8 minutes, I've shown you a system that is simple. It just works from an admin perspective. You put your material, upload your material that comes from instructional designers, you add your employees, you set your question and answers. Pretty simple. From a staff perspective, you log in, attempt your quiz, view the material before that, and that's it. So that's the walkthrough of SXOPE staff training and tracking solutions. I hope you can find it useful. If you have any need, just contact Misal, and a brilliant, fantastic person, brilliant programmer, and I'm sure his team will be able to help you guys out.